nice. Good morning, my friends. This old lady is most kind. She just brought me this Tibetan bread. She also gave me this. Sorry, this is something that you know, it's a long piece of cloth that you put around somebody's shoulders for good luck, and she was just so nice. Okay, I'm getting ready to depart. All right. Okay. Engine is good. Tires are okay. Can go. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay. We bid our adieu. And now we can go. Alright, I just stopped up at the gas station and we're ready to go. Today the route should be about 200 kilometers. According to my friend who told me about his route, it should be even more beautiful now today. And you know, with the sun, I don't see how that cannot happen. So I'm quite excited. Today should be a beautiful day. We're full with gas. The motorcycle seems to be okay. Everything works normally. There's some noises, some sounds that I hear that are a little troubling for me, but you know, I think that's been probably most of the journey so far. So not the same ones, but you know, just some are similar. Yeah, just some things that I don't like, but maybe they're normal. So that's that. Interestingly, just now at the gas station, the lady told me that we are in a Tibetan area, and therefore I need to show my ID to top up with gas. I just show my passport, and she didn't really take a picture or anything like that. But we are in Gansu province already. I'm not sure when we crossed. I think probably yesterday, from Sichuan to Gansu. I kind of wanted to, you know, it would have been a special moment had I realized. I didn't, so because Gansu is a new place. I've never been here. Gansu province, Sichuan. Yeah, Sichuan, familiar. There's a bit of knocking that I hear on the engine, and I wonder if that's normal. It's a bit like it was before we adjusted it in Shangri-La. So I don't know if that's something that, you know, comes up normally over time and needs to be adjusted periodically, or I don't know, maybe it's normal. I also need to change my oil soon. I'm at 2,500 kilometers since last oil. Yeah, Yeah, you see Tibetan language everywhere, so yeah, of course it's a Tibetan area. Which is a little hard to judge, you know? It's very interesting. Tibetan communities are spread so wildly. We go here, we go here. Sorry. Go down here for some reason. That's what the map says. I would have liked to continue that road, but yeah, I could have continued on that road. That was not necessary. It's redirecting me to the main road. I don't need to go on the highway. The map still doesn't know my preferences. You know what I'm gonna do? I just want to double check to see where this road goes. And if it goes all the way, and it does go all the way, I'll just go on it. I don't need the map. Okay. There was life there, there were people. Oh shit, it's just one way. Ah. Well, miraculously, I made it up the hill somehow. I love the part over there. You see the red light? I love it. I love it. Green. A heart. There's this noise that I'm hearing from my chain. Now it's all the time. I think the chain has a problem. I don't know what it is, but it seems bad quality, that chain. I'll probably need to replace it sooner than I thought. So this is, I think the name of this place is Tewo. Tewo Autonomous Tibetan Community County. So that's where we are right now. We are still not that far from the snowy mountains. Look at that. Thing is, I put all my layers on pretty much. So right now it's hot. So, but anyway, while we're moving, it's okay. But it's warm, you know. It's very sunny right now, and it's calm here. There's no wind. I think this is the valley section here, so it's very, very calm. It's beautiful weather, soft. There's some issues, some small issues with the motorcycle that bother me, but I don't know how to solve them. Forest and snow, it's a nice contrast. They're quite beautiful, and the grass down there, the houses, the villages, lovely. This looks like a school area, or maybe more than that. There's a stadium. I don't know if there's a parking lot. What is it? It looks a bit like a public administration, maybe like a university even. There's a stadium. It's very beautiful, all new. Tibetan colors, white and red. Well, it's good to see. The road is new. I think this is a new part of town, relatively recent. I don't see many people, but it's probably a school area. Yeah, I think I see some children, some young people with uniforms over there. And with that, we are exiting the city, Tewo town. It's a stark contrast once again. The mountains up there, snow high, and the forests here low, just above the city. Something special about it. I like it. Alright, and now we are once again leaving the comfort of society behind and going deep into the mountains. I think there will be quite a few villages on the way, so there will be some exploration. The not so exciting part is that it will be on this road, which seems to be a national road, the G345. It's a cool name, but apparently, it's, you know, it's international roads, buses, trucks, the usual. So we'll see how busy it is. Hopefully not too much. I see there's a road on the other side. It's quite nice. I would very much enjoy taking detours today. So we have about 190 kilometers, about 200 kilometers in total of distance today. It's 12 o'clock noon. We have 7-8 hours of oh, don't tell me that this is a nice gas station where I can refuel. CNG. What is CNG? Anyway, I already topped up, so I'm full. And we okay, I need to get a right over here. 248, not 345. Interesting. And they both go the same way, just a little more around. Okay, yeah. This route here is the more beautiful one, according to Jagannath tourist attraction. All right, that sounds good. That sounds good. Seems like it should be a beautiful ride today. This is just small English letters I cannot read. I think the Chinese one is big enough, people can read it from the road, but for me it's a little difficult. Alright, let's go into the mountain once again. I am excited. Beautiful day ahead. Maybe it's for good luck. A companion on the road. It reminds me of a Bulgarian poem. A beautiful Bulgarian poem by Hristo Botev. If you're not Bulgarian and you're curious about Bulgaria, there are basically three names that you should wow, what are these crows doing? Three names that if you read a little about them and you memorize them and you were able to say something about them in the company of another Bulgarian person, you would look like the smartest foreigner and you will make instantly a friend, maybe for life. In the face of that other Bulgarian person by saying something about these three people, okay? They are Hristo Botev, Vasil Levski, and Ivan Vazov. Ivan Vazov maybe is a bit more optional, but Hristo Botev, Vasil Levski. Two names that are at the core, at the heart of what the Bulgarian identity has been over the last century and a half and remains a central part to who we are in Bulgaria, to how we see the world, in some ways how the world sees us, and how we see the future as well. Or at least that's how I see the future. How I see the past above all, but I want to think about how we see the future. You know, my country could be great, and we're not exactly there now, but we can get there. And it's all about the people of a country and what they do with their lives and their choices. Jagannath tourist attraction. So I just read a bit on AI about this road, and just a short description, but it's a stunning mountain Tibetan village area in Gannan. That's where we're going today, often called fairyland on earth. It's a very scenic self-driving road with grasslands, canyons, snow-capped peaks and reservoirs. So everything we like. Lots of mountain sound gate ticket center. I don't need a ticket for anything. And it mentions that all attractions on the road
everything is free, there's no tickets, so I don't know what this ticket is. But yeah, it's just a beautiful countryside road that I'm very happy to be exploring today, and together with you, the eternal companion. I know that a few friends are watching this video, so that's nice, but they're not saying anything except maybe one or two, so it's hard for me to interact. If I knew who is watching, that would be nice. My parents are watching Gaoza village sometimes. Okay, yeah. Look at the hills up there. It's terraces, I think. Some form of terraces. Southgate Tourist Center. I wonder what that means. Why there's gates, foot gates.
Southgate Visitor Center. What is this? Why is
Toilet? There's some gates ahead. Is this a checkpoint or what is that? Southgate. Okay. Hello. Mai Piao. Why Mai Piao? Can I need a ticket? So much for being free. What is this? Jagana. We need a ticket, really? Okay. Well, hopefully it's not be expensive.
Alright, so this is what I read now. There's a barrier, it's 80 yuan the entrance, that's 10 euros. But I looked online, and that's very, very valuable information. If you only ride through, if you only go without really stopping much, if you go through the area in 3 hours, that should be plenty of time for us. Where's my other glove? It's free. It's free, okay? So I was able to, and when I told them that I read it online, they immediately said, okay, yes, and I showed my passport and everything should be okay. But yeah, if I didn't read it online and asked them, I don't think they would have mentioned that. That's how it works. So anyway, now it should be free. So let's explore this beautiful area. Bye bye. Bye bye, 谢谢. Okay. They were nice, the ladies. Except that they didn't tell me about this possibility, you know. Obviously I was traveling, I'm alone, so I'm not here to have a picnic, spend the whole day in the scenic area. Oh, there's a road here that goes to the mountain. Quite a few cars coming this way. I guess it must be nice. I think this green spot on the map. Green state here. It's quite big, maybe 50 kilometers.
right away. The guy there at the entrance to the area told me something a bit concerning regarding this route later on. It doesn't look like it. Now it's perfect and sunny, and you know, I think it was 2,700 altitude. We're not even 3,000. So not very high. It's nice and warm. But he showed me up ahead that there is a section. He showed me a video, short video, about basically the entire road being covered in snow from what looked like an avalanche, you know, basically like a landslide but a snow slide. So the entire road was covered in snow, and at the same time they let me go. So I don't know exactly what to expect. I do hope, whatever the situation is, that with motorcycle maybe we can find a way through the snow. I think we'll just have to go and see. The translation wasn't perfect either, and they mentioned something about there's snow, so you need to come back. So then the 3 hours period, I might still need to pay tickets. That's what they said. I don't want to pay tickets, so we have to find a way to avoid that. Joan County, Yazang village. But anyway, so let's keep going. I think there's a village up there. See it on the map. There's some terraces around. So anyway, we'll see how it is. By the way, I love these drawings. I love these paintings. It's very, very typical of I think everywhere in China, not really only Tibetan areas. Everywhere in China I see concrete walls like this. Very often they are used not for advertising that much, but for, you know, for cultural objectives, cultural promotion. Alright, the sky is thickening up, you know, from one second to the next. It's getting a little colder. It's good that I'm already well dressed, so I'm ready for the snow. There's the bus as well. Anyway, so let's see what lies ahead. Turning into something quite special. Some people down there, some human presence, but this canyon is probably nice. It looks quite nice. And again, there's these roads through the villages here, so maybe there is a way. I would imagine, so this is the south gate, okay? So I guess there's a north gate. It's the one the exit is. So let's see how long. But actually they didn't even time me, you know? They didn't see when I went in, I think. So they just let me pass without a ticket. And this road goes up into the villages. It's a cool area, it's a nice area for a walk, but so far I don't see why you would want to pay for this, no? And you can find amazing places without having to pay anything. That is special. Look at this massive rock, gigantic mass of rock protruding from the earth towards the sky. I don't know if that's the right way to use that word, but hopefully. It's very sharp on the top. And I can see some golden reflections in the base. It's probably some Tibetan monasteries, temples over there as well. Okay, this does start to look quite special here. Look at these mountains. And there as well. That's a beautiful village here we're going to drive through. I wonder if I can take one of those paths that are... Okay, yeah. I guess it's a big area. There's quite a variety of places you can go. There's a monastery up there. Special monastery. It has a nice wall. And then you have these mountains ahead. Okay, I think we go this way. I don't think, yeah, this is probably some stairs there. I don't think we can go there with the motorcycle. Would be cool, but... There's some walking areas over there as well. That's what the money goes into, right? To develop these paths, which is great for people, great for the local community, great for visitors. Sure, this village also has a gas station. I probably didn't need to top up at the city. But then again, you never know what might happen. That does seem like quite a high price though, doesn't it? 10 euros just to get access to these areas. I think that might be a barrier to many people who otherwise might come and might spend the day here, maybe buy some things locally. So it limits the number of people that come, and then I think the local livelihood of people also becomes limited. If you don't get many visitors, then everything that you build here is not really fully made use of, right? It's very nice that you can ride on this road for free, having learned about this, that it's actually a paid area, but you can ride through for free, and that's pretty nice. You can see a lot already from the road. It says no sightseeing, just drive through within 3 hours. But it doesn't mean you have to close your eyes or turn off the camera. And there's a lot that you can see from the road. You don't have to scale these mountains. This tower, it's also Tibetan, but it's a little interesting. It's a mixture. I think this is a mixed community here. Perhaps Kiang and Tibet. Take a look at this view. That does look like a very impressive monastery over there. And the mountains are just majestic, aren't they? Spectacular. It's pretty nice. So that's the monastery. It's quite a beautiful landscape here. It's very white. It's a little strange how white it is.
think there's not much happening there right now. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to take a look. I think it's okay we didn't go with the motorcycle. It's fine.
And here as well. Yeah, so I guess this is the one of the main highlights here. The mountains. The high mountains. How they scrape the sky. Look at that view here. That's quite beautiful. It's funny that I passed through like 3 or 4 viewing platforms down there, and there was not much to stop for. While here, with this majestic view, there's no platform to stop. Sometimes. Dari Village. Dari Village. I wonder, I think, okay, we go around here. So I think we'll be crossing this mountain. We'll be climbing up. I guess it's inevitable, right? There's no other way. There's no valleys. You have to go through the mountain. A lot of manual work. It's both the beauty but also the hardship of the local people. Yeah, it's some spectacular mountains here, aren't they? It's quite spectacular. And that temple, I'm a little, feel a bit of a regret for not passing through, getting near to check it out. It looks very, very beautiful and big, you know, important. An important complex. Horse pasture. Don't see of flowers, the stone city for horse pasture. I didn't read the first part, correct? But it's okay. Hello. Let me see if I can actually. Okay, I think this is the last chance to do a small zoom in into the monastery. See if we can see something. But maybe I already missed the opportunity, and I don't see it again. It's a shame. Okay, I hope I have another chance. If I have another chance, I'll stop and I'll zoom in to try to get a good look at it. Oh, there's a cave over there, I think. Oh, I think this is a good section. Let's do that. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment and do that. Because it's very white. It looks very special. A little different than usual from what I've seen. There you go. It's a good view here. That's a beautiful view. I think there's a few people here probably taking pictures. It's a nice spot. Beautiful view. Beautiful view for sure. Yeah. That's pretty nice. I think that's pretty nice. formation on the top. Do you see that hole on the top? I think that's a beautiful spot to try to find your way. To scale it up, to climb all the way up there. The mountains are beautiful indeed. Very, very spectacular. And then we're going that way. The road winds around and we go east. Sorry, the opposite. West. West and north. Northwest. What is that part here? Why is there a blanket on the road? A little strange. Maybe it's for the dust, to avoid all the dust that might come up. But it's very, very nice detail for them to care about it. There's the hole up there again. I'm sure there's a way to get up there. Some hiking trail. This mountain looks very beautiful for hiking. Maybe a bit of climbing as well. Alright, I think soon we'll be crossing, or we'll be finding our way across by these sharp rocks.
I'm having a small lunch here under the sun. I think before I get too high in the mountain, because it might get colder and maybe even snowing or raining. So I'm taking the moment now and I'm having a very simple meal. This is the bread that the lady gave me in the morning, the old lady, and this is Tibetan bread. Okay, this is that's how it looks like. It's very much like a pancake, but porous, and there's eggs inside. You can taste it, you can see them, and it's quite greasy as well, but it's nice. It's bread, so it's perfect for some energy for the road. I'm gonna maybe finish that, maybe not, and then I'll be on my way.
That's our destination for today. I've done about 50 kilometers only in about 2 hours, so I should be getting more progress soon. Let's see how it will be on the other side of the mountain. It's truly spectacular view here. But it's not yet very cold, which is very nice. It's perfect for riding. All right, let's keep going. One more beautiful day so far. One more day that we are fortunate to be alive. Wow, that's scary. That's scary. Looking at these rocks makes me feel a little afraid. They look perfect for climbing though, don't they? I think they're perfect for climbing. I still have to pay attention to the small rocks on the road. You have some here and there. So I need to not get too distracted by the beauty of the environment. Sorry. And yet we must also enjoy it. Look at these spectacular rocks. I think that will be an awesome route to scale up for the lovers of climbing. I cannot say I am one because of, no, I don't really go climbing. I've been to a climbing gym a couple times and I honestly did not really enjoy it. Maybe it was also a bit of the social environment. I was with some friends, but I wasn't sure if we were really friends, and it was a bit awkward. And there was a girl I liked as well, but she didn't reciprocate. So maybe that's part of it, but also I guess I wasn't that good at it, so I got tired very quickly. You know, you climb a couple times and then your hands just become stiff, your forearms. What is that over there? That's a nice spot over there. I'm sure it has a nice view, but it's okay, we've seen the nice views already. That side, we come from there, and that's where we are going. And about 20 kilometers it will be the end of this Janga scenic area. I think that's the north gate, so we have to make it up until there and then to be able to get out of here. I think we have still 2 hours, so there's plenty of time to enjoy. I wonder what's on the other side of that mountain. Is there more high mountains, or maybe there's a valley on the other side? Difficult to know. But I see some snow on top. I see maybe something like a small river. And it is a small... No, not really, not a waterfall. Maybe it's like this on the other side. There's quite a bit of ice ahead. It's a little cold now. Some cars down there by the river. There's something going on, some work going on. But yeah, for sure, it's a really cool road. I do agree. I do agree. Maybe it's a little dangerous. You don't know exactly what awaits and which turn. And I think in about 70 kilometers there might be a difficult section. So I think we're not... I guess that means we'll be climbing from here onwards a lot of mountain, because 70 kilometers from now there's a lot of snow, reportedly. And if we're seeing this already, then yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it will go 70 kilometers from now, but for now it's fine. For now we have some sun, and it's a nice day, a nice ride overall. Interesting how this snow is not melting. Is it really low temperature here? All the way until all time until now? Around 0 degrees. You have snow all the way down to the river. There's the road up there, going left. I like especially because there's not much traffic on this road, so it's really, really nice overall. It's calm, you know. Oh, horses up there. Being able to feel calm and peaceful in the modern world, I think it's a priceless feeling, so it should be among the factors that we prize the most in choosing what experience to undertake or to choose, right? What we want to do. Being able to feel nice and calm, relaxed. I'm 90% that stage right now, except a little cold, and there's some things about a motorbike that's, you know, worry me a little bit, somewhat constantly. So they're in the back of my mind. I think I did fix a little bit some of the noises that I was hearing, the vibrations. I oiled the chain. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I'll just go, and these small things, hopefully they will just be byproducts of vibrations, you know, like small things. And I have a bunch of things, so of course there will be some small noises. As long as they come from here, from this part, that's fine, right? It's inessential things, and it's just noise. Maybe annoying, but nothing that jeopardizes the project, the journey. Nothing security related, not a risk. But then there are some other things as well that I'm not entirely sure what they are due to, like the back. There's a noise that comes from the chain in the sprocket area. Basically, when I accelerate, but even a little bit, just when the chain gets tense, you know, when it gets tense, there is a clacking sound, like chuk, 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 chuk. And it's strong. I can feel the tension, I can feel the clicking, I hear it. So that's something that I'm worried about, because I don't really know what it is due to. It might be that maybe the sprockets are not properly tightened. That might be it, but then at the same time, when I'm on the move right now, like this, it's nice and smooth, you know, it's nice and smooth, so yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, you can see we do have the snows melting. They do melt right now, little by little. I think it's, as we mentioned several days ago, is this special property of snow that it's a great insulator. So it melts slowly, but only on the surface, and then underneath it's isolated. Hey, there was a prairie dog, you saw that? They're so cute, these animals. I have a friend, I saw a picture once of her, and she was giving it some food. So I think they're not afraid of people. Maybe you can just stop and try to give it some food. But I think when I'm on a motorcycle, they run away. They're scared of the motorcycle. So look where we're going. We're going straight through the snowy mountain, and I think that's a sign that I should just do a couple small adjustments while we are here. Yeah, just my jacket, I need to put it up a little more. Okay, I'm as good as I can be right now. I've put all my clothes on, ready for the snow. Fortunately, we still have sun with us, so it's not that cold, or at least it doesn't feel that cold. Let me also warm up with the heated handlebars. That's what they are for. And yeah, it seems like we are entering once again snowland. It's very funny how almost every day for the last 2 weeks or so we have been near snow. And this is 20 plus ski resorts. There's a ski resort somewhere here. Wow. So it's 21st, 22nd of April today, and we're seeing snow. A lot of it. And apparently we're going towards a ski resort. I don't know if there's something going on over there or it's just cloudy. But it's nice to be here right now. It's an impressive landscape, isn't it? That's quite something. This motorcycle already, for me, it is a champion. It's already gone through more than what I would expect of it. Yeah, that's a pretty unique landscape here. That's one of the, I've mentioned this before. This is one of the special things about this journey, and I guess you can say about any journey. You know, whatever road you take, no two roads and no two views will be the same. And if you have the right mentality to be able to appreciate everything for what it is and not be conditioned by past experiences, you know, comparisons. Small river here from the snow melting. If you're able to do that, every day of every journey can feel magical, especially if you are able to see the magic in it, right? Pay attention to that. And this is very much something that I'm reminded of on a daily basis, because that's exactly what I'm getting out of this journey. I see mountains, I see roads, I see trees, I see clouds in the sky and the sun every day, and every day they are special to me. They are dear to me. They give me a bit of happiness for free. For free. Or not for free. I mean, you can argue I'm paying for this, right? There is some cost to that, but overall, nature provides for free. Wow, that's a lot of snow. I think I can imagine there being a ski base somewhere not far from here, because look how nice the snow is. How uniformly distributed. It looks nice and soft. Though I think it's not a very thick cover, and so there's probably not much snow. And if you fall, you will not want to have fallen. Yeah, I don't think we're very high yet. So that snow, it looks nice and soft, but it cannot be that much. And the thing is, now it's an amazing period to experience the snow, because you see the snow on the road, literally. Almost we have to ride on the snow. But it's also melting, and it's not freezing. There's no ice, and that's just the best. You know, the road, you can see, is dry, except from the bit of the water from the snow, but it's all melting, so that's safe, you know. So this is just the perfect way to experience and to appreciate, to enjoy the beauty of the snow. We are in the kingdom of snow, in the white realm, high in the mountains. And I'm curious to see what lies ahead. We still have a long distance to go. I've done 20%, 20, 25, 30% at most so far. Naheika Ski Resort. So there is a ski resort around here. That's interesting to see. That's not what we've come to do today. What is this guy doing? This guy is for the road. He's just... I have no idea where he's coming from or going towards. So this apparently is a ski resort here. It looks quite ordinary. I don't know where you go to ski. I guess maybe these hills here you can train, but I don't think it's very exciting for experienced skiers. The other thing that I'm seeing that's more important than the ski is just all this snow. The way it is, I mean, it's melting, but I can imagine sections where there might be snow accumulated on the road, and for it to be not that easily passable, I think we go over here on this side, nice and easy. Northgate Visitor Center, but at the same time you see people coming. There's a few cars here and there, so I would imagine that, I mean, it's not that difficult to clear. Literally, if I find a big pile of snow, it's just one pile, you know, like one section from an avalanche or something. Literally I can dig my way through it. Oh, okay, here I gotta slow down. Okay, this is a little tricky. So you see, that's only because of the cars passing, otherwise there will be snow on the road. That's pretty cool. I think I haven't really driven in snow yet. I haven't had to go on snow. Okay, thank you. But that looks quite deep over here. That does look like quite a bit of snow. Which is interesting. How is there so much snow still here in April? I don't think anybody is skiing anymore. I think this is probably the ski line, right? Maybe. Well, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think there's some snow, but I don't think anybody's. I think the ski season is over. It's April already, almost May. Hey, what is this? Is this okay? It seems like it's okay. Okay. The White Kingdom, the Snow Kingdom. If I do have to ride on the snow, that will be a little tricky. So yeah, I hope I don't have to do that much today. A little bit should be fine. So I would imagine that we are about 3,100 meters or so, 200 maybe, of altitude. And now we are descending, so there might be another climb later on. It feels so nice to ride under a sunny area, and so hostile, so scary to approach this shady one, this dark, cloudy area. unfortunately, I think it's climbing. It's getting away from us. So the sun will stay with us for a while longer. Oh, look at the guys here. Hey! They are taking some photos in the snow. If you do want a snow photo shoot, I think this is the place. This is the place. And you know, you can actually come here for free. If like, you can do that. You can come with that intention in mind. You have 3 hours, and it's what, 40-50 kilometers in total that we went through. It's not that big of a... I think so. I think as long as I don't misunderstand, but I believe that's the case. The north gate is the end of the scenic area, and there you know, if you have a ticket, then you check out, and then they... But if you don't have a ticket, in theory, I guess they would time you, and if you have spent less than 3 hours inside, no. If you spend more than, no, you know, you don't have to pay anything. If you have spent more time, more than 3 hours, then maybe you need to pay a ticket at the exit. But then, yeah, I don't think anybody really checked when I went in. I didn't see any. I mean, they did register my passport, so maybe at the moment of registration, that's when it happens. But in any case, it's been less than 2 hours, so it's more than enough time. And if you come with a specific idea in mind, you can do everything you want. You can go there, you can do some photo shoots, half an hour, 1 hour, and there's plenty of time to get out as well. And by the way, this is I think this is an interesting, valuable life lesson here. If I didn't ask for this, if I didn't check and ask and bring it up, they might not have said anything. So they might have just charged me, or I might have just had to go other way for not knowing that you can go without a ticket. It's okay, there is this option. And so just keep it in mind for future reference for everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, if it's, you know, somewhat public environment where you think that you belong and that it might be a little unfair to be charged some cost, some price, some ticket, ask them, is there no way to go through this area for free? And then when you ask them that, you ask them in a way that, you know, if they say no, they will lie to you, right? Unless it's true, unless there is no other way. But in this case, yeah, in this case I checked, and then when I checked and I told them, then they said, yeah, it's okay, you can go for free. And it's obviously exactly what we wanted to do, and it's perfect. Slow down. Yeah. Let's see what lies ahead. What I need to do is get a little bit of that snow. I hope it's clean, more or less. It seems like it. And clean my visor because it's quite dirty. See? Okay, it's not ideal. Okay, better. There's a little lesson, I think, over there. Let's see how it will be. quality of the road is perfect. So there are these sections here and there that you have to slow down because there are, you know, patches that are bad. There's no signs, which is not ideal, but you can spot them from afar. And other than that, majestic mountain. Other than that, the road is perfect. You see, it's perfectly nice and smooth. What is this over here? What is that? There's lots of Tibetan rock formations. Oh, this is for the trash. How nice. I have some trash with me, but it's okay. Okay, here we gotta slow down a little bit. Okay. Okay. Yay, look at these rocks. This, man, that's so massive. And once again, I think it's somehow I keep thinking about it. I think how perfect it is for scaling. You see how it's become vertical? I think this is because of the power of, you know, of the earth and the tectonic movements. So basically this shifts. This used to be horizontal and now it's become vertical because of the movements of the tectonic plates. So that's how you get these scales, you see. It's quite unique. Wow. Yeah. It's quite unique. Look at those rocks. There's a sign over there, the light, the flashing light. I would imagine that that's because it is indeed a road that's in the mountains. Look at all these Tibetan stone formations. That's lots of people passing by here and leaving a mark. That's lovely. That's a big one here, a few big ones. And I think there's not much wind over here. Yeah, that's a small snowy stream through the mountain. There's not much wind over here. So that's why you can build these small formations of rocks and they stay. Yeah, here's some more, you gotta be careful with that. Especially if you're a car or a truck. For us it's quite okay. Just have to stay alert. Wow. Yeah, some of these views are truly breathtaking. And the air clean here is so clean that you do want to breathe in deeply. Recover your breath from everything that you're seeing around. Oh, that's what is that? That's a big one. So a few big ones over here. Interesting how nobody's moving that. There's no mountain maintenance crews regularly patrolling here, it seems. It does look like a little dangerous road because you see all the rocks. There's quite a few of them. And you can imagine how the mountain peels every once in a while. So in a way you come here at your own risk, or we come here at our own risk, and specifically me. Specifically me. For me the risk is the highest. Well, for you it's just a beautiful journey to enjoy. I don't know how I could do better in terms of, you know, the commentary. If it was a streaming experience, I would be taking a glimpse at the phone, at the comments every once in a while, and it would be perfect to chat, you know, to talk, have a conversation, and I think it might be very interesting. But other than that, it's just me, and every once in a while, you know, I think about something to talk about. We can talk about space. It's one of my favorite topics, and again, it would be nicer to be a conversation, but today in the morning I read brief news about New Glenn rocket. That's the Blue Origin, right? Blue Origin's a reusable rocket system. That's their attempt to compete with SpaceX, also in bringing the costs down. And I read how it was recovered successfully. It landed and it was recovered, but there was an issue with the second stage, so with the satellite that was being put into space, into orbit. Yeah, unfortunately, I hope they have insurance, because it seems like it went not where it was supposed to go. And the things I like thinking about and talking about when it comes to space is just, you know, in the overall wider context of the future of humanity. It's something that I really, really love reflecting on and reading about. I've read a bunch of books on that. Some of the most interesting books I've read are by Yuval Noah Harari. He has some very interesting reflections, and he has very good questions that make you think. So in some of the books I've read, Sapiens, Homo Sapiens, Homo Deus, there was another one. One of the things that I remember the most is the questions that he raises, and you know how interesting they are, how engaging, make you think. You know, will AI be inevitably our future governor and overlord? You know, which direction are we moving in? Are we on the precipice of the extinction of humanity? Precipice was another book that I read by some guys in Oxford, founders of the 80,000 hours movement, and yeah, they basically want people to do good with their professions, and they've put some money and resources in that direction. They got a lot of money, these guys. That's what I remember reading. They got millions of funding, these Oxford guys, and there was one guy among them, he was in his 20s. He got millions of funding to bring his philosophy to life and apply it, and you know, contribute with it to society. And it was very impressive to see that. You know, I was a little jealous, because I was at the time I was exactly looking for opportunities to do something meaningful with my life, and I was just reading how much money that these guys have, and they, you know, their work is to help other people, and I was just reading how they get some millions of dollars to advise, and I was thinking, you know, like how much money you're getting and I'm getting none. I'm jobless and struggling, you know, with what to do, and yeah, it always felt a little unfair. But the books and the work that they do is great, and I remember reading the book, and then I wrote to them and I tried to get in touch, but yeah, in the end it didn't really lead to much. It's only so many people that can respond positively to a random person writing to them, and actually, you know, an opportunity to arise out of a cold letter. At the same time, I've had it happen before, okay, so I very much am a fan of that, a supporter of that, and I encourage you 100% to try things out. If you ever have this, you know, idea, if you have a dream, you know somebody who you would like to write to, and there is a chance you think that maybe they might say some yes to whatever you want to ask them, and this might lead to an opportunity that you're excited about, always sit down, write that letter, give it some thought. It will be good for you, to put your aspirations in writing, to formulate them. It will be good for you, this exercise, but you never know. And you can also reuse that. Once you formulate it, maybe there will be another opportunity elsewhere of a similar nature, and you can come back to that, maybe reshape it a little bit. Oh, look at these holes over there, and use it again, so it's not a waste of time. This is creativity. This is the best you can do. You know, that's the best you can do for your brain, to just try to create something, even if just one letter. And there's so many stories. The world, the lives of great people abound with stories of how they wrote to somebody when they were young, when they were nobody, and they wrote to somebody very important, somebody who they look up to, and lo and behold, they got a positive reply that ended up changing the course of their lives, and maybe helping them achieve their dreams, just from a single letter. No costs, no money, no transport, nothing, just a single letter. So I definitely encourage you to do that. If you ever thought about that, if you ever had a situation like that, you know somebody, or you have their contact and you wonder if to write or not, do not hesitate. One of the biggest issues I face when it comes to that, oh, this is beautiful, look at that. I think is it three-dimensional? It's three-dimensional, this, wow, it was lovely. That was lovely. One of the biggest issues when I faced when it comes to that is actually finding the option to contact, you know, the email address of somebody I want to write to. This has been an issue, and yeah, that's one of the bigger challenges that I sometimes face, because I've had many ideas to write to great people. What do we do here? 你好，谢谢。Okay. All right. I think with that we are free from any time obligations, time limits. Now we are completely free to explore, which pretty much will be the same as until now. Yeah, the road is a little, so we're going, I think we're going through there, over there to the right, and that's where we'll cross the mountain. 135 kilometers left until our end destination for today. Yeah, well, the keyword of today: mountains. Snow, not so much. It's been more significant in other days. But you can say snow, mountains, rocks. That's the key word for today. Not so much wildlife, not like yesterday. Yesterday we saw so many animals. That was so beautiful. Amazing. Oh, look at those cliffs. I feel like there are 5 words related to mountains and rocks that I don't know, and that I would like to know to be able to describe these environments. You know, this is, what is this? A rock, a cliff, a mountain, a hill? I think none of this. This is a very peculiar formation of, I guess, rocks, giant rocks, shooting up towards the sky. Look at that. Big walls. It very much looks like a place that Alex Honnold would like to scale up, to climb up. And it's quite easy, right? It looks quite quite accessible. There's lots of holds. It's not very flat and smooth. Except that last part up there, that looks a little difficult. But I'm sure he would find a way, considering, you know, how he climbed El Capitan. So that's what I was referring to earlier. You have a few sections like this where you have to be a little careful. It's a bit off-road, but they're also okay. No problem. Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, that's where we come from. That's the way back. That is behind us. And this is what lies ahead. It's good to every once in a while take a look back and reflect, you know, where you come from, what you have done, what you have achieved. In this case, it's quite visual. Hello! You can see, it's not a small feat, is it? It's not something small that we have done so far. Almost 17,500 kilometers of riding a motorcycle in China and still being okay and motivated and determined to make it all the way till the end. I think that's already an achievement in itself, regardless of everything else. Yeah, we're not going that way. Going this way. North. Oh, there's quite a bit of snow here. Interesting how it hasn't melted yet. Small hole here. Little ocho, as my beautiful friend used to say. Oh wow, we're back again in the kingdom of snow. Wow, that's quite a lot of snow here. That's not rocks, right? I think this is just pure snow. It's just a lot of snow. But it's nice and warm right now. It's less than 10 degrees, I think, but it's not cold. Not very cold. Not for us with our equipment. That's so cool. Look how. So the road is clean, but it's very clean. There's cars cleaning it. Oh wow, look at that. Here you can see how deep it is. Hey, hoppa. I'm getting a bit of snow. Maybe I can clean my shoes with that snow. Oh, I think actually this is a... Let me try to do that. I think this is a smart thing to do, because I got all that mud from a few days ago. Okay. Okay, we stop these things. First, that's automatic brake. And now we can just do a bit of that. You know, take away all the mud. This is probably a very smart thing to do, isn't it? And then I can oil it again tonight. They should be like new. Okay. Perfect, no? Now we have to do the other one. Let's go on the other side. Okay. Not great. Not great. Okay. It didn't want to start. Let's try again. Once again, like yesterday. The kickstart. Let's see if that works out. Hey, hey. There you go. Kickstart doesn't fail. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. One more victory. Whoa. For the motorcycle. What are we getting into? Alright, let's give it a try. That's a cool section here. It's a little deep. It might be on the limit. Okay. That's pretty cool. So there is some snow. I hope this is what the guy warned me about. It's not too much, but there's just some snow. But cars are passing through, you see. I've seen a few cars already, so they can pass through. I think that's only confirmation that what lies ahead is perfectly fine for us. You know, now we are experienced, skilled riders, more or less. Maybe. I want to go on the other side, but okay. Okay, there's a car over there as well on the other side. I just saw now one more. The problem I'm going on this side is that it's next to the hill, and there's where the snow accumulates. But that's the beauty of having a motorcycle. You can always go this way. I'm actually a little curious. Yeah, I guess I'll find out inevitably of how it is to ride on snow. Okay, it's very slippery. I think this is worse than the mud. Yeah, this is trickier than the mud. Yeah, he can go. He can go. Hello. Haha, that's pretty cool. Some new experience. I have not really driven on snow until now. Some ice, yes, ice sections. I basically descended very carefully down an ice section once, but other than that, I've been avoiding. These situations. I think I'm hearing a new sound. I think I'm hearing a new sound. A new noise in particular, coming from the engine area. You see how my wheel, it's also something I'm not entirely sure what it's due to. I know my motorcycle is not perfectly balanced. I think it's very, very normal when you go on a journey like this, you know. It's not on both sides perfectly on front and right, and so I know that's not ideal. But I don't know if that's the only reason why my front wheel is a little unstable. It wobbles. Wow, there's quite a bit of snow starting from here onwards. We have to be careful. Wow. Well, if anything, if nothing else, I'll gain some experience today. That's for sure. That's for sure. Whew. I do say that if a car can make it, I can make it. And I think today is very much going to put that to a test. It seems. Wow. And I think this is the way, right? There's no other way. Yeah, it's a proper mountain road with snow. And you see the cars are barely high enough to not touch the middle. I think that's very good for us, because it basically means as long as I stick to the left side, like here, it's more or less okay. You know, like this. I can go like this. We are high enough. I think we are as high as the car in that regard. So I can just go like this. In any case, it's snow, so it's not, even if we touch a little bit, it's mostly snow, so it should be soft, not rocks. The problem is, if there is some rock and it's hidden in the snow, but I think that's more problem for the cars than for me. I wonder if he'll let us pass somewhere. I don't think in this case, I need a car ahead of me, if there's any other advantage to that. I mean, he can stop for big trucks going 100 kilometers per hour, but in this case I doubt we'll see that on this road. There's one more thing I'm not sure about. Oh wow, is this a avalanche? I hope not. I think maybe around here is the section that this guy warned me about. You know? Yeah, you can see here. It looks like a big snowfall from the mountain, and it went all the way around. A road, covered the road, but then it's been cleared up. One thing I don't know, I'm not sure about, is whether my motorcycle, when it goes downhill, it really cuts off 100% of the fuel, or maybe not 100%. So I don't know how much fuel. Huh? Yeah, we should have. He should have let us pass. I think they're checking the depth. I guess they have some systems. I can hear some beeping, so they're checking the depth. If they would touch. No, there's plenty. I could tell them that. Maybe he can let us pass over here. Yes. Okay, nice. Hello, ni hao. Hello, hello. It's getting better from here. Hello. Huh? Okay. They're talking among themselves. Seems to be getting better here. Oh, there's more. There's a car. Hello. There's one more car over there. So, it's okay. It's okay. Chill. Okay. Okay. All right. It doesn't. Okay. It's not yet okay, but it's not too bad either. Wow, this is actually proper riding in the snow now. All right. Okay. Here we are. Here we are actually doing that. Riding a motorcycle in the snow. This is a little deep. Yeah, I would like to go on the left. I want to go. Yeah. I would really like to go. Okay. Now the trick is to not get stuck. What I'm doing now. It's very slippery. Maybe down there is the best, actually. It's not too deep. Okay, let's see. Okay. 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 It's a little tiring. Now I want to be on the other side. Okay, my backs were touching the snow. Okay, it's a bit of a challenge here. Oh, enough to get the blood moving. That's a funny road. Okay. It's funny, these guys are going with cars here. I think it's more challenging for a car. And they're probably touching. Okay. Not too bad. And you see cars. These guys made it all the way here, so I guess this is the worst. I don't think you can get much worse than that for and still be passable for a car. So this probably was an example of the most challenging section. Hey, a new experience. I'm happy about that. You know, I learned something new. It was a little tricky. A little tricky, but mostly okay. And it looks like on this side, yeah, on this side just mud. Honestly I think I prefer the snow. It's cleaner. All right. Okay. Well, hey, we learned a little bit, we practiced how to ride a motorcycle in the snow. Hey, and now it's back again to the mud. I think the sun is also going to come up now. So this is a national road. It's supposed to be a, you know, a road where you get trucks and all kinds of traffic going. And this one in particular doesn't look like it's very suitable. I worry about these guys down there. There were a few cars. Hey, look at that, friends. Hey, hello. Hello. Ah, well, there you go. They made it, we can make it. And of course, you know, with the cars. So far, my constatation holds true. If a car can make it, I can make it. And it seems to be the case so far. There's many ochos here. Ochos. Okay, I think he's getting more or less dry, the mud, the road. Hopefully it will be more stable. It's a long section of the road, it's like this here. But yeah, the snow area, hello! The snow area seems to be the most difficult part, and that is already behind. Unless there is more ahead, but I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. I'm looking, I'm listening for new noises. Okay. Oh, look at these rocks. The red, from what I remember, from what my father tells me, the red in rocks like this, that's iron. That's a mix of iron in the rock. If it's very red, it might be very metallic, to the point where you can probably, you might even be able to use a magnet on it. It will attract. Oh, look on the other side. Okay, there you go. The sun just now is appearing on this side as well. Okay. Alright, it looks like pretty much the snow is also almost left behind us. Down there is a valley, it's sunny, so it seems like it will be warm unless it rains soon. I don't know what these clouds foretell. I worry a little bit because I don't see behind me anybody, and I worry about these guys I overtook in the white car, if they're able to, you know, find a way, because maybe they're stuck. I think there's not much room there to go front and back, and I mean it was a good section to. There you could have two cars. I think they'll figure it out, right? It was wide enough over there exactly when I overtook them. I think that's where all the cars would congregate, so they can always go back a little bit, let others pass. I think that they should be the ones, if they continued, to go back, because afterwards, yeah, I don't know if there were many wide sections. Yeah, when it comes to us, I don't think there's much to worry about now. Just a little bit of a bumpy road. My tire pressure is a little low, so I'm not sure why that is. I did check earlier when I stopped briefly. You know, I put a bit of spit on the section where that was fixed. The puncture was fixed, and there was no air leaking. So I don't know. Maybe in certain circumstances, when there's a lot of weight, maybe in the snow makes the temperature drop significantly. I don't know. That could be the reason why it's low. Not the 2.2. It was 2.5, 2.6 earlier in the sun. It's very much downhill, I think, from here. It's quite easy. There's a river down there, muddy river. Yeah, this side is a little less impressive, but that's also because the mountains are behind. These mountains are quite impressive with all that snow. And now, oh, it seems like we'll be climbing maybe more. I don't know if that's a climb or descent. Either way, it keeps on going. Alright, I think it's a descent. We're taking here a right turn. It seems like it will be a way down. What is that here? A resting point. It's a nice resting point over here. And there's a guy there. I guess he has coffee. Some snow still. I think I can get one of those as a small souvenir.
Seems to be waterproof. Or not. Okay, never mind. I hope this is not for bad luck. There's no sign that tells the altitude. It would be nice to get an idea. Maybe here? Maybe it does, but not in numbers I can understand. It's interesting, in China you have Arabic numerals, the ones that we use in the West. You know, they're widely used. But you also have Chinese numbers equivalent to them. Maybe they are how you write the number. Yeah, that's probably it. So they have symbols to be written. Like in English, you can write 1 as a numeral or O-N-E as the word, right? So I guess maybe it's similar in Chinese. It's not that it's just a different numeral, different alternative numeral. It's just the word. And 1 is just one horizontal line. That's where the road goes. It's a cool road, but I think now when the snow is melting, it's just a little muddy and slippery. It's not as good as it could be. Maybe in the summer it's perfect. It is dry. I guess it will be dusty then if it's completely dry. Can never be perfect. That's the reality. As long as we can pass, it's good enough. That's also the reality. Oh no, this road to the left, I am not sure that's our road. Let me zoom out. Ah, yeah, that's it. I should go over there on the left. It's just so much better here. There you go. Okay, just when I cleaned my shoes with the snow. I guess that's inevitable, right? They can never stay clean. Oh, that's a little mud here. Oh, I think on the contrary, there will be lots of mud ahead. Considering all the snow that will be melting from now on. Now spring and summer, all the mountains will be going through. It's probably going to be a lot of mud ahead, so I might as well get used to it. And also it's good to get experience in dealing with the mud. Oh, this was not good. This was not good. I didn't want to come here, but it's just a little bit. Anyway, okay, this is not too bad. Wow, these are big bumps. Some sheep on the other side. I think that's sheep, right? Running around, enjoying life, freedom.
Yeah, the road is not very nice. I have to pay attention. It's a lot of bumps. Could be worse, but it's definitely not, you know, a very nice quality road where you can go and enjoy the view around. Oh, there's more sheep here, at least a single one. Oh, there's a few more. Black head, white body. What is that? For a second I thought maybe it was a wild cat, but I think it's one of the prairie dogs. They run. It's funny when they run, and they don't go very fast. So at least there's no more mud here in this section, but instead it's just a little bumpy and it's a bit of dust as well when there's a car. That's a lovely, just take a quick look, lovely ranch on the other side, small farm. Hello, do you speak English? It's okay, there's some car, it's okay, there's some snow, but slowly, some people already made it, so yes, just carefully, carefully. Thank you, I'm from Bulgaria. I'm going to Bulgaria. Enjoy, bye bye. Thank you, you too, bye bye. Yeah, they'll make it just fine. See how they spoke English? I think on average young people speak quite a bit of English in China at this point. Particularly those in the cities. In the countryside it's a little more difficult, understandably, like everywhere. Okay, I want to progress a little bit. I feel like I've been here for ages. It's 4 o'clock, 4 hours, maybe. So, that's mud. It's been 4 hours that I've been on a motorcycle, pretty much, more or less. And then we've done 100 kilometers. So, and I have 100 still to go. So, and I don't want to stay another 4 hours. A little late, 8 o'clock. I mean, it will be fine, just as long as 90 kilometers downhill. Alright, that's not too bad. Only it depends on the quality of the road. The quality of the road is the main thing right now. It's a little uncertain. These guys, they will be able to pass, but I think it's not a very pleasant road to ride. In terms of quality, right? These sections from here all the way till the snow and a little after. It's a little tricky. The snow wasn't bad. Snow felt good, felt interesting, but the mud afterwards and all the holes, that's what doesn't feel nice. That's what we have now. pretty much. Run, run, run. Is that a sheep or a goat? Sheep, I think, right? The big nose. Okay, here I think... Hey, this is asphalt. Look at that. Suddenly it got better. That's nice. I hope there's no giant hole here. Okay. No giant one. I guess, like... Was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. Oh no, it was yesterday. That big hole. I didn't like it at all. Okay, here I get relaxed and think it's great, but then suddenly I might get some bad surprise. Okay, keep on going. Alright, it should be like this for a while now, so I'll just pay attention to the road and we should be able to progress relatively smoothly from now on. No sun, no snow, no melting, no streams, no water, so no mud, so it should be okay. I still haven't seen that car behind me. Interesting how they haven't caught up yet. Hope nothing bad happened to them. Oh, for a second I thought this was a big hole. And I was not ready to react, I admit it. I would have eaten it. It's not great. Not great. Okay. Trying to pay attention, but if I get a huge hole, there's not much I can do really, I think, going in that speed, other than trying to jump over it, but at the same time I have all this weight. I don't think that's very possible. Look, it's a small family here with goats. With all these holes. Okay, that's not the same guy as before. Oh no, here he is. Same guy, second of this type. He's trying to make the road flat, but yeah, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works. You just go around on this road. I think if anything he'll just break. That must be a very strong machine. All that weight. He's just going on these bumps, that guy. It's funny. That's the second guy I see on this road with one of these, but I don't see how they're doing anything useful. I guess maybe up where, here, let's slow down a little bit. Up when the road is relatively soft, when there's mud, maybe there they can try to go like that. And then just make it even, but here I don't see how that helps. Maybe the boss said go and work, and the guy came here and he works, but that's what he does. Maybe he has a GPS system inside the truck, so it tracks his movement, so he has to keep moving, but then everything else is not tracked, so he doesn't care. Oof, 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 oof. There's a few holes here. Run, 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 I'm coming. These are proper villages here. Not even villages, it's a small farm, right? These are small farms, lots of animals, and people are just surviving. I think in many ways this is an example of just running away from society and living in one with nature without much, but then you have your animals that provide meat and milk, and then with little more than that, you sell a few of them, you get vegetables, you get other things you need, and just like that, you can make a living. I think this forever will be an option for people, right? In practice. Oof, that's an unpleasant one. These are goats now, right? Proper goats. Colorful ones. I think it will forever be an option for people to have this way of life. Living in the mountains, having livestock, and trading that livestock for other things, and that way you earn a living and you can survive, right? Because we'll always need animals. I don't think we're anywhere close, or even if we get there, realistically it will become a substitute to synthesize meat, to stop eating meat. That was a small lamb over there. So as long as people eat meat, farms will be needed, and you could always choose this way of life. Small house in the countryside, far in the mountain, where you know, hopefully where the grass is green and tall, so you can have lots of animals without much effort from your side, just, you know, with what nature provides. And yeah, that's a somewhat comforting thought to me. You know, like, no matter what happens in life, you can always choose to do that. You could always go somewhere. And the thing is, I think even without money, in many countries, maybe in some strict European countries you cannot, which is a little bit of a shame, but then it's the reality because some people would abuse otherwise. But in many European countries, even I think in Bulgaria, pretty sure that will be okay. I think you could build yourself a small hut, you know, in the mountains, on some wood, and then slowly expand it, you know, like a wooden house in the mountains, in the middle of nowhere, without paying anything to anybody, without registering it. It wouldn't have water, it wouldn't have electricity, most likely, so there will be some severe limitations, but you can probably do that. And then whatever money you might have gotten from other things in life, probably has spare a bit. You can buy a couple cows, a couple goats, sheep, maybe 2 female, 1 male, or I don't know what is the optimal option, but you can buy some alive, they can procreate, and then you keep on going. I think that's what my grandfather did with the cows when he retired relatively early in his life due to an accident in the mines. He was a miner. That's what I know from my parents that have told me. And then he bought livestock, he bought cows, and he spent his days in the mountains with the cows. With the cows, with the horse, with his dog. And that's part of my childhood. It's a highlight of my childhood in Bulgaria. This guy is going fast. I guess the road ahead is quite good. He's going so fast. Which is good news. Seems to be a way of life for a number of people around here. One thing that is a little, I don't know if to say sad, but it's seeing just a single house, a single farm like that by the road instead of a few houses. So it might be a lonely experience. I don't know if it's a single person, maybe an elderly couple. It can be quite lonely, and Loneliness is tough. It's difficult to deal with. It's one of the most difficult things. If you are alone, if you are lonely. On the bright side, it doesn't take much to not be alone. No, it doesn't take much to not be lonely. Alone you can be as much as you want, and very often in life, but even if even if you don't have many friends or any friends, I think just having a brother, sister, mother, father, that's already a lot. Don't forget that. Never forget that. If you have a dog, maybe a cat as well, but if it's more applicable to a dog, it's the same thing. You have a friend. You have one good friend for sure. That's my case. It was my best friend when I grew up in Spain in my teen years. My best friend, Marta, a boxer dog, most gentle, loving animal I've had. So don't forget that. Even if you are a homeless person, and I'm sure many of you have seen that. I think we keep on this way, right? Right? Where does the other one go? Let me take a look quickly, just to be sure. Okay, there's some villages around here. I guess you can maybe go and then connect. There's another road. I'm curious about that. But yeah, I think better not to. There are some villages here. If we take this road, yeah, I'm sure it goes further, but anyway. I'm sure you've seen that, right? Homeless people on the street. I've hit the bottom, not much left in life. And sometimes they have a friend. They have a dog with them, or maybe a few puppies. And I'm sure they are the light of their life. It's the best thing in their life. Even if you're a homeless person, you can always go and adopt a dog, I imagine. So you can always have a friend. And if you don't have friends, you can always go and adopt a dog. There you go. Regardless of what situation in your life you are, if you want one friend that's within your control to make happen, you can just go and get a dog. I think that's also a very comforting thought. Remember, where are we now? Okay, I think more or less, okay. Yeah, this road is unpredictable. It's the problem with it. Even if you pay attention, there's sudden situations where okay. Now looks quite good. Some horses over there. Okay, that's the end of the bad road, I think. Oh, look at that. Now it feels extra nice to ride over here. It does. Oh, this is pure pleasure right now. Alright, it's going to be like this for a while. And there's sun in the sky, there's no clouds, no snow, no rain, no nothing. Nothing to worry about. Okay, 100 kilometers. I think it seems like the most difficult parts are behind us. It's two big birds over there. What is it? Is it a hawk? An eagle? Oh, it's a hawk and a crow. Two crows. Three crows. Oh, I think they're chasing him. He probably stole their chick. Nice colorful sheep. They were cute. Alright, not much traffic on this road either. That's super nice. That's pure joy right now. That's a moment to relax a little bit and really enjoy the ride. That's pretty nice. .4 bars, I think it's okay. My tire pressure is okay. It looks like a nice... Oh, there was somebody... I think there were some people in there, or... It looks like a nice resort area here. It's Tibetan and Chinese, no English. I miss the sheep, I miss the cow. It's a big building there, probably a banquet hall. You have a basketball, not court even, just some place to throw some hoops. That's how it's called, right? That's nice. That's a rural tourism, right? People that want to go out of the city and experience something new come here to the countryside and walk around the sheep, the goats. What are they eating there in the field? Oh, there's a lot, you see, like everywhere. Both sides of the mountain or of the valley. You have goats and sheep. Okay, they're smart for running away. Run away from the road. Feels good to ride on this road. Up, small rock, avoid it, for good. See, there's a lot of sheep, free roaming, completely free. It's a nice river as well, enough to provide for the local community and all the livestock. And that looks a little bit like a temple over there, small temple. local pilgrimage site. Right? It looks like gold, or I'm mistaken. Looks a bit like gold, and yeah, we see Tibetan inscriptions on the signs. So this is Gansu province, and yet very Tibetan still. It's very interesting, you know, how big a part of China Tibet actually is, because it's not only the region, or not only the administrative region, the autonomous region of Tibet, but it's actually big fractions, big proportions of the provinces around Tibet. They're also Tibetan, so think about it. It's a very big part of Chinese society. And in return, to the extent that I know, China is also a big part of Tibetan society now. In terms of infrastructure, roads, energy projects, there's very large-scale projects going on in Tibetan areas. Interesting how all the motorcycles, these motorcycles similar to mine, I see many blankets on them. Why do people put blankets on them? There's one more over there. Is that to protect them, to keep them clean? Not to freeze? I don't know. This is a nice town here. It's relatively big. 24-hour Wi-Fi. This looks like a hotel. Probably stay around here. Oh, this lady. I think she was wearing a sheep coat, a warm sheep coat. She was very authentically Tibetan. Like this one. This lady over here. She's very similarly looking. Wow. She's probably very poor. I don't want to judge people by their looks, but she does look a little... Well, I also don't want to say these things. What is not poor and poor? Financially poor, maybe. Maybe she doesn't have much money. I wouldn't be surprised if she does. But maybe she has other things that even the wealthiest people don't have. You know, the inner life. The inner life is the one part of our lives that is unique for each of us, and we are completely in control of it. So you can decide. We can decide about it. Lots of sheep, lots of goats. Another sheep and goat over there. Another two keywords of today. Oh, look at this. It's funny. That's typical goat behavior, right? They like cliffs, they like rocks. Oh, it looks cozy. Enjoying life. As do we, as do I. Does it make you smile? It does to me. Interesting. What is that small island here? Oh, there's a temple there as well. Oh, this guy's going there. Or not? I think we go down here. Gomba temple. Shall we go and take a look? Yes, I keep let's go there, exactly where that guy is going. Oh, look at that, people over there going around for luck around the stupa. Actually, let's get this higher road even. That's a nice stupa. Is it marble? Looks nice, adorned and carved. Beautiful. And maybe this is Gamba temple. Police. There's a monk here. Tashi dele to you. Okay, it looks like there's a big monastic community here. All of that. Oh wow. Like it's a big complex. It's a big complex. It's a big Tibetan monastery here. Yeah, it looks like the entire place. Wow. Oh, look at those roofs. That's very beautiful. The way it reflects the sun. I can understand why gold is so special in pretty much every culture on the planet. Hello. Oh, that's a good spot here to take a view. Look. Yeah, it's pretty nice. A big temple complex. And this one is not restricted. See the blanket over there on the motorcycle? See how many people go around spinning these things for luck? Or around the stupa, also for good fortune. The colors of these Buddhist monks' clothes are amazing. I love them. Oh, there's a giant stupa. Tashidele! Look at that one over there. Wow. Okay, before the police comes back, we will get into trouble. I'm joking, I'm joking. Wow, look at that. That's majestic. That is a special place. I read I literally read a couple of days yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday, how these are all monastic communities here in the mountains. It's one of the main places in China if you want to become a Tibetan Buddhist. By the way, I wonder, do you think I could come here as a regular person even as a foreigner, and practice Buddhism. Look, there's this big wall up there. Interesting. It's quite fascinating, isn't it? I don't want to go inside because... Or maybe... The motorcycle is going to fall like this. Okay. Now he's okay. Quite impressive, isn't it? I think this is a good spot for a short break. There's some elephants there. It's a very, very special community here. That's the golden entrance. Interesting, you have this gold painting. You see, it's pretty much equal to gold in beauty. Not fully right, I'm sure it's more majestic, intense gold. But it's a fraction of the cost and you get most of the beauty. So whoever came up with it, it's pretty cool. It's pretty beautiful. And this is the entrance to the stupa. There's the Buddha. Okay, I do not want to disturb people. Is this a coral? That's pretty nice. Oh, beautiful. Hello. So this is both a stupa and a temple. A temple in the shape of a giant stupa. And you have several monasteries over there as well. It's difficult to imagine this way of life, isn't it? To live in one of those small houses, very, very modestly, and spend much of your time in prayer. And it's 90% of what life is like in these monasteries. 90% plus. I read the other day that there are some rich monks in China, but they're a minority. They can get rich by being, gurus, teachers, be paid by very rich people
to perform ceremonies for them and things like that, or to manage a large temple, to be selling commercial items related to Buddhism. Oh, I think these guys over there, they were doing something. There's a monk with them. Maybe they just married, and I think he's performing. He's performing maybe something for them, and exactly that's how you get payment. Hello. Hi, hello. How? The guys wanted to take a picture, so I'll go bring the motorcycle down there with them. It's a funny spot. Choose to suckle, and that's a big sheep suckling already. It has horns and everything, you know. But I guess the habit never dies. This one the same. Look at that, same thing. It has horns. I think in the animal kingdom it's probably a sign that by the time you develop horns, you're probably supposed to be on your own, right? To be independent. To be over age, mature. I think within a few days we'll be changing the landscape drastically. I think the desert is now not too far away, and that's something that I'm quite excited about. Maybe a little worried. What is that over there? That's a nice 4A complex. Which way was that? Maybe it was over there. Straight ahead. I think there, maybe this, yeah, I think there was a scenic area. It was 4A, 4A is good. I think it was over there, not ahead, so fluffy. It was over there to the right near the mountain, but anyway. Hey, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And have a whole shelter excavated inside the mountain. Is this rock? Looks like soft type of rock. Mud based or sand based. The dream is our, I couldn't read it. Can you read it? The dream is our, that was the first line, and then the second I couldn't see. All these piles of stones.
They're also for religious purposes. Alright, let's keep going. 70 kilometers to the city. It should be a relatively big city. Or a relatively big town. It's very it's very relative indeed to judge the size of settlements and communities I visit, because it's, for Bulgarian standards, there will be small ones will be big, but for Chinese standards, many of them are very small. Wow. I'm not sure what this style is, but it's also Tibetan. There's a stupa over here. This town is one of the spots that my friend marked as scenic areas worth visiting. In particular here to the right. Tourist center, tourist attraction, a park. I guess we can go and take a look. Oh, maybe it's in there where the car was coming out of. But what would that be? What would that be? Something to do with communism. Let's see. China Justice. Barrier is open. Okay. What do we do here? Not much, I think. That's a cool car, all terrain. Alright, well, there's not much here. So, yeah, I think it was just a location for the route. China Justice, Chinese and Tibetan language. Okay, that's fair enough. And we can continue. Pretty sure I can find a hotel, not an expensive hotel here. But it's still daylight and I don't think I need to stop. The place I'm going is bigger. That was a monk with style. Some fruits over there. Okay, we go left. Curious what is behind, nothing special. It's a gas station, a nice gas station. Good location. Okay, let's go. This road feels like an airport. So wide, so empty, so smooth, so straight as well. Now my map says, I think my map is confused. Maybe there's a road on the other side. Hey, what is this bridge? What was that bridge over there? Maybe it was closed. That was pretty cool. Cool looking bridge, but I think we cross here, and whatever road is on the other side, we should reconnect with it now. Look at these bungalows, or I don't know what to call that, but I see so many of these spread around these village communities here. I guess it's a big investment, a big push for tourism, but I wonder how they will get their money back. There's also Tibetan communities here. I wonder how long it will take to get their money back, because it doesn't look cheap. The landscape here is quite different, isn't it? Quite different from everything we've seen so far. I think it is indeed a sign that we are approaching the deserts of China. It looks more remote and desolate and lifeless in many ways than pretty much everything we've seen so far. And right now we're literally going north towards Lanzhou. I think we'll be tomorrow in Lanzhou, and Lanzhou is the gateway to the desert in China. So we are indeed on our way. And over the next days and weeks, I'm not really sure where I will be going. I don't have a concrete plan. I know roughly I have to go west, but beyond that I'm not really sure. All the kids in the back. It was lovely to see all the kids in the back of the cart. I think they're all coming back from school probably. And there maybe is a major bus stop over here. This is the intersection with the highway. Very nice to see. With a road like this, why do you need a highway? It's a beautiful horse. Look how red that mountain is. Oh, there's one more prairie dog. One more over there. Do you see them? All these holes belong to them. And that's how they live. We have to cross this mountain. But it's a small one. Should be okay. Look how reddish the environment here is. If you go on the highway, there's a tunnel, so that you go directly underneath. Whole area tourism garbage free demonstration area. That was on the sign. So red. So red. How peculiar. Very, very red. Reminds me of Mars. And it's full of holes as well. So there are prairie dogs around here too. There's one. Ah no, that's just a rock. Sorry. Okay, now it's descent on this side. Once again. Yeah, the landscape is it's special. I guess it qualifies as a pastoral area, pastoral environment. Just a lot of grasslands. But not much grass yet, as the two herders from yesterday, the two guys I met, they said June and July is the most beautiful time to visit these areas. It will not only be green, all of this will be green. Now it's kind of greenish, but it's dirty green, brown green. In June, July it will be green. And there will also be flowers, yellow, red, violet. All kinds of flowers. Must be quite beautiful then. I can imagine it being very beautiful. Okay, we got some decent speed right now. The road is good, it can allow it. Yeah, it's quite a special landscape. I'm going high RPM, 8000 RPM, 80 kilometers per hour. Almost as fast as people on the highway. There's the highway, the motorway. I think on roads like this, the maximum speed, the limit is 70 kilometers per hour. But I think maybe it should be 90. Because in Europe it's 90 on a road like this, normal road, it's 90, right? 90 is maximum speed, or at least in Spain. But here it's far as I know, 90 wasn't really it was 70 on average. But it also could change between one province and another, I think. So, oh wow! Look how much stock there, livestock there is. Oh ho! Sheep on this side, sheep on this side, sheep and yak over there. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Pastoral communities, herders, farmers. It's ideal for that, for grazing animals. You just have these vast territories of land and grass and graze bit by bit. They can sustain hundreds if not thousands of animals. This guy has been behind me for like 20 minutes. Sometimes he goes further back. Now he's caught up. He doesn't want to overtake. Now he is. Now he is. More sheep over there. Oh, it's good to see that the land, what the land provides, is being used in a good way. That's what this environment is good at, and people are making good use of it. These communities, mountain communities, plateau communities perhaps, that's a better category, because they live here high in the plateau, but not necessarily in the mountain. It's 6 o'clock, but it looks quite gloomy already, as if the sun is out. And I think, unless we are very high and it's something strange, I don't know where I think the sun is supposed to be there, but why is it behind the mountain? It's 6 o'clock only. Maybe further north the day gets shorter instead of longer. It seems like the sun is behind the mountains, right? But that's very strange, because the sunset is 7:30, it's 1 hour and 30 minutes from now. And these mountains are not high at all. So it's a little bizarre. Have I gone so far north that the day has gotten shorter, significantly shorter, despite, you know, being in spring and it getting otherwise longer? That's very peculiar. Where is the sun? Is my time wrong? Is it 7 o'clock already now? Am I 1 hour behind? Very strange. Very strange. How many kilometers do we have? 34, 35, 37. Okay, 7 o'clock. That should be alright. Let's arrive. I look forward to something nice for dinner. Something tasty and warm. And some rest. And also getting some information, because I saw some issue on my motorbike potentially. That's where I, you know, if I knew more about motorcycles, it will be helpful. And I guess that's the location where I can learn. But basically the sprocket in the back, where, you know, the chain is and how the wheel is moved by the chain, the sprocket, when the wheel is stopped, the sprocket is not perfectly attached to the wheel, so you cannot move it, but instead you can move it. So let me put the wheel, this is the wheel to the side, okay? The wheel, this is the sprocket, and when the wheel is stopped, the sprocket still does that, you know, still moves forward and backward, forward a little bit, so it moves on like this. And that's where the noise that I've been hearing, and it's annoying and it worries me, it's one of them. That's where it comes from. When I accelerate, it does this tick, so it does this tick, and then it connects, and then there it stops, and that's when the chain. So, and I hear the knock, you know, I hear the knock, and now it's almost every time, like, there's a lot of that, a lot of movement, and I don't think this is normal. I'm trying to think of a reason why this would exist as a feature, and honestly, I cannot think of one. I think if anything, it should be perfectly attached to the tire, so that any amount of force gets translated into movement. That's what you would want, right? So I think this might be a big problem, and maybe I'm riding now, but maybe I shouldn't. It might be a risk. I'm not exactly sure what's the worst that can happen, or what might have happened for that to be the case. This very much feels like I'm riding in the Wild West. All this livestock, right? Like the cowboy movies. I think my father would enjoy watching this. Please let me pass, let me pass, let me pass. Okay, very good. Good, gentle, fluffy animals. So they have yaks here. You have sheep as well. Lots of sheep. In theory, the guy yesterday told me that you can only have 70 sheep per person, but it also might be different depending on where you are. I don't know if yesterday it was Sichuan or Gansu. It also might change from one province to another. But it's very bizarre. Well, where is the sun? Why is there no sun in the sky? It's only 6 o'clock. Quite a bit of wind. Well, at least the road is very good. Look how wide it is, and smooth and nice and straight. Maybe in a way a little bit boring. It's not much to do, just hold on but it's okay compared to other places we've been today. Look at these homes there. Wow, there's so much livestock. These communities look so, not wealthy, simple, and yet there's so much livestock. I mean, I think all these cows, all these sheep, they probably cost a small fortune. They are scared of the flags. Look how many there are. These mountains, making good use of the mountain. That's making good use of the mountain. Very cute now. There is the light now. There is the sun, by the way. Oh, it seems like I'm talking to myself more than usual. My microphone is. I think my microphone is finished, so anyway, wanted to say that we see the sun fast. The sun is still in the sky. Nothing wrong has happened. There it is. You read that. I agree. These are some cool maneuvers this guy is doing. Not easy. So I'm approaching my destination for tonight. This is, I think, the beginning of the city Gannan. That's where I'll be spending the night, and it might be a little different from other cities. Let's see. I see lots of I don't know if it's cloud or smog or a mix of both the two. Where is this guy? Oh, here. Actually, I don't know exactly where I'm going now, so let me take a moment and find out. Okay. It's a nice big town, and there's a lot of good smells in the air. You can see Tibetan language also everywhere in all establishments. Hello! And this is Gansu province. It's my hotel for tonight, and this garage is opening just for me. I'm gonna move in my motorcycle right now, and then I'll have a nice walk around the city. I think I'm about half an hour away on foot from the main center, and I think it will be nice. And I also saw a burger place, which I also am excited about. I'm having a walk around the central area of Gannan. I think the name Hejo, maybe. I think the name of the town is different. But yeah, this area is quite nice. Not many people around because it's still quite cold. That's what my host tonight, she also told me. It's a beautiful building over there. And I really like the Tibetan inscription on the top, under the Chinese. So it's still quite cold, and yeah, I think spring is a little late here. She also said June and July is the best time to visit, and that I'm a little early. And it is what it is, but you know, I don't want to be in the middle of the summer in Xinjiang. Deserts might be even more difficult, so I think this is okay. This is good enough. There's still quite a few people around here. I like that. Quite hungry, so I'm looking for a place to eat, and just also having a walk as part of my routine that I'm trying to keep, to keep healthy every day. I spend a long time on a motorcycle, so I need to move around a little bit more, walking around. So anyway, I'm walk around a little more, and then I'll be on my way back to the hotel. Yeah. I haven't had this type of noodles before. This looks like a very nice establishment, and this little guy makes it extra special. Hey.